I have another who says no for you.
Let's hit it.
The Lakers receive Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., Chris Boucher. The Raptors get Russ, Juan Toscano Anderson, Max Christie, swaps in 26 and 28, and then the Lakers 27 and 29 first round picks.
So I think the Lakers say no. And it's mainly because, well, there's a couple reasons. One is they didn't seem keen to do 2 picks and Russ for Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. It seems like probably, maybe you can tell me if I'm wrong. It felt to me like that if Indiana was ready to do it, the Lakers like kind of were in charge of whether that was going to happen or not. This feels like a worse deal for the Lakers because they're giving up those swaps. And the other thing is, and with AD getting hurt, I think that should probably push them farther away from doing a win now move. The other thing that's kind of interesting is you got player options for Gary Trent Jr. and Fred VanVleet. I don't know how likely it is.
Gary Trent Jr.'s clutch family, so he's coming back. Don't worry about it.
Okay, that's a factor because this is going to eat into the cap space. If either of them picks up or they opt out and get new deals, do the Lakers have bigger aspirations than a couple of starting caliber backcourt guys? Although granted, like neither of them has played very well this year. VanVleet just continues to be under 40% from the field. That seems like a problem. I just feel like this is not as good of a deal as the Pacers deal, and the Lakers' circumstances have changed such that they're less likely to do something like this now. So I think they'd probably say no.
I thought the Raptors might say no, but I'm wondering if I was too aggressive on this. Like, is there a deal here? Like, let's say Anthony Davis is back, and the Lakers are still gunning for it at the moment, which is not implausible. What would you give up for this package coming? But because I think with the push and pull of this, that's really difficult. Is the Lakers are giving up a lot, but when your first real asset is not conveying until 2027 because 2026 is a swap, would one swap into would the 2 firsts even be enough? Because you couldn't get. I think the idea of Fred VanVleet is probably better than a Miles Turner just for his shot creation and the defense he's supposed to provide. But Russ has also become pretty important to the Lakers shot creation off the bench. Gary Trent Jr., though, is also kind of, he's erratic, but he's kind of a two-way wing. And so that's something the Lakers could use. And also Chris Boucher would be a perfect fit for their front. Not hitting his threes this year, but there are things that, and he's been kind of slower defensively, it feels like. So maybe you value your flexibility this summer. But my thing would be you have 30 plus million in cap space this summer. Are you turning that into a collection of players who are better than Boucher, Gary Trent Jr., and Fred VanVleet? Now, you could just say, well, Gary Trent Jr. and Fred VanVleet are going to be free agents. Could they sign VanVleet or GTJ outright? They might be able to, but
I think if you took the swaps out, I don't know why I'm putting value on the swaps, but if you just make the draft compensation less onerous going out from the Lakers, I think this stacks up pretty well against that hypothetical Pacers trade, mainly because I think Turner is a way better player than Chris Boucher, but in terms of the roles that they would play for this Lakers team, I think Boucher could give you 75%, 80% of what Turner would with, the assuredness of he's not going to leave in free agency. Because again, Turner's a free agent too. I think, unless I have that wrong.
yes,
he's expiring. And VanVleet and Trent Jr., I think, are, probably both just better two-way players than Buddy Hield. So I think there's something there. I just think the Lakers, one, probably believe that there's a superstar that they're going to sign or get somehow, and or are pushed farther away from swinging a big deal like this because Davis's foot injury is, maybe that ends the season potentially for them. Not necessarily for Davis, but missing enough time, they're just not even going to be a play-in team.